because the playoffs are seeming to get further and further away, which is sad. Sad that they're not going to be able to make the playoffs. I don't see it happening. At this point, there's just too many struggles, and they're still below 500. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just seeing it as if they're not going to make it. All right, we got a caller on the line. You're called in to the BS3 Sports Show. Who's the caller?
Hey, it's Tonet and Hodges.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for calling in.
Yeah, what's going on? It's good to hear you.
Oh, yeah. Good to hear you guys, too. So I have Tonet and Hodges Mitchell on the line. Hodges used to play football for UT Longhorns. Look it up. Google it. You get some reading information. He is also a good friend. And Tonet Mitchell, also another good friend. So what did you guys want to call in and talk about today?
Man, we could talk about any sports-related event you want to.
Oh, I know. All right, so you guys are in Austin now, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me your feelings on these Rangers right now and on these Mavs. Are you guys happy with Dennis Smith Jr.? How do you feel about both teams, kind of the state of both teams right now?
Okay, as far as the Rangers, man, we keep hovering around this 500 mark, man. Because obviously we're not going to catch the Astros right now. So we're trying to stay in this wild card mix. I think our main concern right now is our starting pitcher. We're going to make a trade. We're going to make a trade to get some prospects back because I'm not sure if our ace will be coming back next year. So I don't want to give up any assets when he picks where we can stay where we are and continue to build. If we don't make the playoffs this year, that's okay. But we don't want to give up anything. As far as the Mavericks, I'm happy with the Mavericks draft pick. I'm happy with Dennis Smith Jr. I think it was a great pickup. I've been watching him since high school, maybe before his ACL, maybe his junior year, I believe. But now he has explosiveness back. So that was a good pickup for the Mavericks. I mean, we're going to slide right into that guard rotation. It's going to be a younger player that the Mavericks can continue to use the build and take to the Mavericks to the next level. I'm hoping we'll play our team this year. I think even though the West is really, really loaded, I think we have a real good chance of making the playoffs out there.
I'm out of it.
Oh, go ahead.
My wife loves Rick Carlisle. She says he's the best coach in the NBA. Other than Poppins.
He's good. He is a good coach. He looks like Jim Carrey, though. Sometimes I can't take him serious. I want to say he's like the player guru. I don't know how he does it, but he's able to get guys to really do what he wants them to do. The only guy that didn't work out with was Rondo, and
I was just going to say that.
I'm so done with Rondo. I'm glad he's not on the Mavs anymore. But there was a guy that was in the chat room basically saying that he was saying Rondo would be great for the Knicks, and I don't agree with that because he always seems to have some type of issue with his relationship with the team or the coach or whoever. But what were you gonna say about Rondo?
Ooh, Rondo, man, we lost Jay Crowder behind Rondo and a first round pick, man.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
It's the person
Golly.
It's crazy.
Only coach that Rondo kind of halfway listened to was Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Only halfway listened to him. Because he still had problems when he was with Garnett and Pierce.
But Kevin Garnett was in his behind, dude. So, Kevin Garnett was on him, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Doc had the ear of Rondo, and that's the reason why he had so much success in Boston. The minute he left Boston, it just seems like his career was on a roller coaster. He was pretty good with the Bulls last year, but obviously with him going out, they didn't go any further. But I don't know. I just don't believe in Rondo. I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything the rest of his career. He may not even ever win a championship again unless he goes on the Warriors or the Cavs or something like that. That's my thinking.
My wife said, she said the Spurs too.
Popovich don't play, so I don't know if that was
actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, Pop not gonna play that. He'll cut you like after game 1 if he see you acting up. All right, so what else is going on in sports? Cowboys. Season hasn't started yet. There's so much going on. Romo's gone, obviously. That happened a couple of months ago. Zeke is still in the news for some odd reason. I don't understand why. That case should be done and over with.
Yeah,
that's strange, man. I don't know why they keep letting this kind of drag out, man.
They don't want us to be great. That's what
yeah.
They don't want us to be
That's so crazy. she loves the Dallas Cowboys. This is how this operates in our house. On Saturdays, Texas Longhorns all day long.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, all day.
Sunday, it's Dallas Cowboys all day long. Okay? Somebody got to win on the weekend. Okay?
Well, it's not going to be a happy household.
Man, let me tell you. If Texas lose and Dallas lose, what's a bad week for everybody, buddy? It's a bad week, man.
Oh,
one of them two got to win. Somebody got to win, man.
Yeah. Now, you guys are both football people. I know this because I know you guys pretty well. What is going to be the downfall of this Cowboys team going into this season, or what is the struggle going to be for them to be able to get past that first round or bye week first round hump?
Secondary. I think offensively we're starting to click. Kind of reminds you of how we were that the year we went 1-16, and then the next couple of years we were making a run, and we finally had those back-to-back Super Bowls. But I think now it has that feel, but it's that defense. Like I think it's going to take a little bit to watch and see what they can put together. But another thing is they can't stay out the news. They love the drugs.
Oh my God.
It's like, come on.
What is going on with all that, man?
Come on.
Nolan Carroll. That was like the week after he got signed, he got pulled over.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on. How you gonna do us like that? We took you from the Eagles.
Yeah.
We decided to give you a chance, and you get arrested.
Yeah.
Come on,
You pay me $10 million. I'm gonna do whatever I can.
Wherever you need me to be, that's where I'm gonna be.
You want me to hand out waters? You want me to be a towel
whatever
boy?
you want me to do, man.
Whatever you want me to do, I'm here.
I'm
here,
good.
This stuff not rocket science, man. You get millions of dollars to play a sport that you love.
Yeah.
Don't mess it up, man.
Definitely.
I trade spot with.
Oh, go ahead.
I trade places with you, man. I do it in a heartbeat. just let me play a couple of years.
So, let's talk about the Longhorns here.
Yeah,
I know y'all excited to talk about that. So, obviously, previous coach gone. You got Tom Herman coming in. You guys are right there in the city. What's the pulse of the Longhorns, and what you think is going to go down this year?
Oh, man, let me tell you something about the Longhorns this year, man. Charlie Strong left Coach Herman a lot of good players. Charlie Strong was probably maybe 4 or 5 plays away last year from probably being 8-4, maybe 9-3. But the cover wasn't there when Tom Herman got here. Texas Longhorns here like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's like I talk about 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and I love it. It's great for me. Doesn't matter for everybody else. It's great for me. Texas is going to be really good this year, actually. I think Herman's probably looking at 9-3.
That's TMI.
Yeah, if he does pull out double-digit wins, his first year,
money.
It's gonna be rough on everybody else because he can recruit.
I can tell you one other thing is the Big 12 right now, as it is.
I don't think Big 12 is gonna make it.
I don't know if it's gonna make it, but as it is right now, you know, when Tom Herman came to town, you know, it put everybody on. They kind of sat up in their chairs a little bit, and because of the way he's recruiting right now, I mean, you know, that's how you talk about. You know, you gotta have good players. You know, you gotta have. You got but do the kick butt, you know, and I think that was the thing that, you know, Coach Strong had a few guys here and there, but I mean, the way Tom Herman came in and brought the players and the alumni and the, you know, and just the whole atmosphere back together, and that's what really Texas is all about. And because he did that, you know, it changed the atmosphere. Like it's a buzz again that, you know, I guess I wasn't here when Hodges played football, but there's a buzz again that was, you know, they hadn't been here in a while. And I think, you know, he got some good corner, and he's sharp. He's a mastermind for real. He's sharp.
He definitely is.
Sharp. He's a people person, and he you know, he loves. You can tell he loves his players, but he don't take no mess, and he's focused on getting the best out of his athletes.
Yeah, I didn't tell her to say that. I didn't coach her to say that.
All right, we have a very interactive chat room here in the BS3 Sports Show, and there's a lot of comments in here. I'm gonna read them, and I want you guys to kind of come up with an answer here. So, Chief Rocker, he's an Ohio State fan. He says Longhorns, please. Mocha says Texas did Charlie Strong wrong. How? That's the thing that I think a lot of people it's hard to answer, and I want to definitely get your thoughts. You used to play for them. Okay. You're in Austin.
See, I was laying down. Now I got to sit up.
I'll let Hodges go first.
Okay. At the end of the day, personal feelings aside, this is business. And when you're getting paid $5 million a year, 5 and 7, 3 years in a row isn't going to work. Period. You have to produce. And I think Charlie Strong understood that when he came to Texas. Charlie Strong was a great coach, great person, great mentor, great man. But at the end of the day, you got to win games. This ain't show friends. This show business.
Yeah.
You have to produce. If anybody that's on the job, if you're not producing on the job, you're always looking for the next person that's going to be better, do a better job than you are, or be able to take your place. And Tom Herman, he fits. Not that Charlie Strong didn't fit, but Tom Herman, sometimes it's all about Tom, and Tom Herman is the right guy, the right coach of Texas right now.
I think, too, to add to that, you know, one thing about the state of Texas, not just Austin, Texas, you know, football is king, number one. Number two, you know, as Hodges said, you know, just put it like this. Let's say Nike hires me, right, to take over their merchandising department. I don't know. And they say, you know, Tony, I'm going to pay you $1 million. I need you to do A, B, and C. You know, I say, okay, great. Sign my contract. I start working. Well, by the first year, if merchandising sales and the type of merchandise we're putting out, if it's starting to go down, then they're going to kind of put their ears up like, now we paid you $1 million a year to come in and produce and perform. And we're not really seeing it. We're going to get some more time, you know, blah, 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 you know, whatever the case. So by year 2, if the merchandising is either at the same level it was the year before, or it's dipped even more, then they're going to come back and say, I'm not seeing the return on my $1 million investment that I put into you. Now, mind you, I will say, I'm a former coach too, basketball coach, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm all about character building. I'm all about, you know, every coach wants to win. Don't get me wrong. Every coach wants to develop great players, but great athletes, and then great people. I get that. And I think Charlie had that part down. But I think at the end of the day, when you come to the University of Texas and you sign that dotted line, you are saying, I'm here not only to build my players up and not only to, build up